Hey family, if you like my video, don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment. Your support means everything. Make sure to subscribe and follow so you never miss new updates, and hit that notification bell right down there to stay connected. Okay, let's grow this community together. Your one click makes a difference. Don't forget, make sure you hit share, drop a comment, follow, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining. Today, we want to explain some of the reasons why our people took to the street, why our people, you know, started their protests, why the people of Southern Cameroon and Bazonia were neglected, and they said they had only one option to fight back, one option to take back what belongs to them. And that is why they went to the street. They did what they are doing today, and they are like any other country. They are doing exactly what the Israelites are doing, Palestinians are doing, any country that fought hard for their independence is doing. But what I want to talk today is about the the abandoned and dismantled projects of Southern Cameroon, because we know that for decades the Biya government has made repeated promises of development projects in Southern Cameroon and Bazonia, but most have remained on paper, okay, without any tangible, no result. We have seen that along the years, okay, from major road network and hospital to electricity expansion and modern markets. Countless projects have been announced with fanfare only to be abandoned midway or never even started at all. So this pattern of unfulfilled commitment has deepened frustration among the people of Southern Cameroon, who view those broken promises as deliberate neglect and marginalization, which is true. Instead of bringing progress, the repeated cycle of announcement without delivery has widened the trust gap between the government and the Southern Cameroon people, that make them say enough is enough. The failure of the Biya regime to implement this project had has had so many serious consequences for everyday life of the people of Southern Cameroon. Poor infrastructure continues to limit trade and mobility. Inadequate healthcare facilities, you know, leave these communities vulnerable. And lack of reliable electricity and water hampers growth and quality of life. What do you think our people can have to progress if there's no light, there's no water, there's no quality infrastructure? All these are things that we had, for God's sake. Okay, beyond the physical aspect of of this project, the unkept promises symbolizes a broader political betrayal, reinforcing the feelings of exclusion and fueling resistant movements as you see today. The people of Southern Cameroon are this exclusion, this political betrayal that we are seeing today. They are all reminders for many. These empty pledges are not just about missed opportunities for development. They are just those reminders of systemic neglect under the BR rule. Think of it. For many years, what our people brought, what have they got back? Think of it. I'll give you some of those examples of that you see, right? Eh? It's just too much for us to even bear, because you see you see all the things that our people brought, but where are they today? These are some. Take a listen. Just look at this. Some of these. These are stuff that were there. The West Cameroon Development Agency, where is that today? The National Produce Marketing Board, where is that today? The Cameroon Bank, the Womb Area Development Authority, the Indian International River Port, the Santa Coffee Estate. Bamenda was referred as a small London in the in the 60s. The Public Works Department. Where are Public Works Department? Period the Bamenda, period the Kumba. The power cam. We had enough lights. We're not crying for electricity. Manfare was bigger than Abikiliki in 1950. The Victoria Wharf or Deep Sea Port, Tico Seaport, Tico International Airport, the Yoke Power Plant. Nanga Company was the one building real estate. The Native Authority, Bisonga Bank and Bali, where airport, where are they? Akintola, William, where Lobe, Indian Airstrip, customer. See, I'm just trying to, show you some of the things that are not there no more. But our people are suffering because of this neglect. Yes. Mismanagement, embezzlement, all these things that could be, that was already being done by our people back then. We come and join people who are just they don't have any sense of management. Because a government like this will think about, but no, let's maintain the infrastructure that these people brought in this union. At least. But what happened to these infrastructures? Everything was abandoned, destroyed, mismanaged. It all went to ruins. I'll come back with my talking points after this musical interlude. You get a glimpse of before we start the show. Stay tuned and make sure you share before I come back, okay?
What are you voting for? They call us dogs. They call us enemies in the house. So does that mean you are a dog? So does that mean you are an enemy in the house? If not, then what are you voting for? We are Southern Cameroonians. Elections are for citizens of La République du Cameroon. Will your vote bring back Grandma Happy? Will your vote bring back Baby and Darlene? Will your vote bring back Baby Martha? Will your vote bring back the children in Gabon? Will your vote bring back the children of St. Francis School in Kumba? We are not citizens of La République du Cameroon. We have never been citizens of La République du Cameroon. Our ancestor Molanjo Litumbe reminded us that Jumba no be married. Our ancestor Dr. Oendele reminded us to never vote for death in La République du Cameroon. Will your vote bring back Grandma Happy? Will your vote bring back Baby and Darlene? Will your vote bring back Baby Martha? Will your vote bring back the children in Gabon? Will your vote bring back the children of St. Francis School in Kumba? What are you voting for? Your vote in La République du Cameroon elections means all our brothers and sisters should die in La République prison. Are you happy that thousands?
I'll start with my talking point, and before we start the show, I'll bring you my talking point. Abandon and dismantle projects in Southern Cameroon and Amazonia, a legacy of neglect. Historical roots of dismantlement. dismantle the historical roots of dismantlement. The history of abandoned and dismantled projects in Southern Cameroon and Amazonia is not only a matter of failed development but also a systematic marginalization. Before unification with French Cameroon in 1961, Southern Cameroon was home to vibrant institutions, functioning infrastructure, and productive enterprises. Airports in Tiko, Bali, Manfe, and Bisongabang serve regional connectivity and trade, while the victorious deep sea port anchored the coastal economy. Alongside these, financial institutions such as Cameroon Bank, Technical uh, Technical College in Ombe and Agricultural Estate in Santa Tole and Du Tea Plantation played central roles in employment, education, and economic growth. However, after unification, and especially under the Biya's regime, these institutions were gradually abandoned, dismantled, or absorbed into the francophone dominated structures. Their decay was not accidental, it reflected a political choice to weaken Ambazonians' autonomy and redirect resources towards the francophone regions. Two, economic and social implications. The consequences of these losses have been profound. The closure of Tico International Airport and the dismantling of regional airports not only cut Southern Cameroons off from vital air links but also symbolized the stripping away of its connectivity. The neglect of the Victoria seaport in favor of Douala stunted coastal trade, forcing businesses to rely on longer and costlier routes. Financial independence was curtailed when Cameroon Bank was shut down and replaced by francophone control institutions, while Powercam, the West Cameroon Electricity Corporation, was absorbed by Sonel, depriving the region of control over its energy supply. Similarly, the dismantling of the Produce Marketing Board destroyed the backbone of local agriculture, leaving farmers without fair market or subsidies. Even education and technical training suffered with the downgrading of Ombe Technical School and the disbandment of the West Cameroon Mobile Force and Police Academy eroded both skills and local security capacity. These cumulative losses left communities impoverished, stripped of opportunities, and dependent on a centralized system in Yaoundé that rarely delivered. 3. Symbolism and continuing struggle. Each abandoned or dismantled project represents more than lost infrastructure. It symbolizes the erosion of self-determination. The tea estate in Santa Tole and Du, once proud examples of agricultural productivity, stand as neglected ruins, reminders of promises betrayed. The dismantling of the Public Works Department, PWD, with its heavy machinery stripped away, left the road network to deteriorate, cutting off villages and discouraging investment. The closure of the government printing press and the dismantling of the Yoke power station in Moyuka further weakened local institutions and services. Collectively, these actions created a narrative of dispossession. Ambazonians were not simply denied development, they were actively dismantled of what they once had. Today, activists and historians point to these abandoned projects as evidence of systematic neglect under Biya's government. They argue that such deliberate underdevelopment has fueled the Anglophone resistance, making Biya not just a symbolic capital of Ambazonia, but also the center of a struggle for dignity, restoration, and self-reliance. In the end, the story of abandoned project is not only about what was lost, but about why the people continue to demand justice and a future free from broken promises. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Uh, why do we see this pattern of uh, what the promises? Okay, for 60 years, our people have not seen anything than these fake promises, false promises, and uh, what happened to places like Tico International Airport, a functional airport in Tico before reunification, used by Cameroon Airport Transport Company, Cameroon Airport, Southern Cameroon. Hmm? Yes. So what happened to the airport? What happened to Bali Airport? What happened to all this airport that we brought in? Tico Airport was closed. Hmm? After the 1961 unification with these people, operations reduced under Biya regime when they realized that our people were using Tico Airport as their international flight. And Tico was an international airport. It was not a regional flight. It was not any small airport. It was like Douala Airport, because international airlines were flying to that airport. Yes. But what happened? It was dismantled. Okay. That's what happened. And that's why today you see a lot going on when you see all these things that we brought in. A lot. No one is there. And that is why sometimes I ask myself, these our chiefs, what are you going to ask these people? What are you going to vote for? Eh? What do you want to vote when you know that the only thing you gain there is enabling. You are just like an enabler to a regime that has put you people under bondage. There is nothing you gain there. What do we gain when all the election, when Pobia is just winning? Nothing. We are just there like spectators. Southern Cameroonians have become spectators because they play no role. All what these politicians are doing here, going around left and right, say they are running for election. They are not running for election. They are just running for their own bellies. They are just running to say, okay, if Francophone man be president, he will normally appoint Anglophone man as vice or whatever, prime minister, whatever they want to call it. But what does that benefit? For the past 10, 20 years, haven't we had prime ministers? What have those prime ministers helped to governize the Southern Cameroon cause? Nothing. Because they go with the regime's agenda. The regime agenda is to weaken the people of Southern Cameroon, reduce them to nothing, so that they will keep begging. Everything that we brought in has been destroyed. Tell me one thing that we can be proud of. Imagine you have electricity, you have all these infrastructures. Bali Airport, where is it today? It was reduced to nothing. It was closed. Bali Airport ceased to operate. What happened to other institutions? What happened to them? Ask yourself this question before you start saying, oh, let's go and vote. Let's vote. What are you voting for? Are you voting that what will happen when next? Bisongabang Airport. It was abandoned. The Victoria Deep Sea Port. Till tomorrow, the promises of that airport, that seaport, it was something that we had because we were doing business with Nigeria already. When the British was governing, they were governing us together with Nigeria. We were doing business. Goods were cheap in Limbe back then, Victoria. You drive from Manfe to Ekok Road, you enter Nigeria, you buy goods very, very cheap. But these people don't want that to be happening because they want us to keep going to Douala Yaoundé to do things when it's not helping us for our development. It's not helping us for anything. Cameroon Bank, we had a bank, just like Bisek now. They destroyed this bank. That was the one paying all the civil servants in Southern Cameroon and Bazonia. That is what happened. Everything that we brought, PowerCam was there to provide electricity. Our people never knew problem of a light and a blackout, all this nonsense. That's Sonez, whether AES or whatever, whoever is a company now that they have put to impose on the people of Southern Cameroon. PowerCam was there. It was a Southern Cameroon electricity corporation, supplying everything, giving different kinds of. But what happened? It was closed, and it was replaced by Sonair for no reason. Our agricultural infrastructures, marketing board, Santati Estate, Toleti, all these are projects that were there. Nduti Plantation, National Produce Marketing Board, where are they today? It was shut down. Shut down. Farmers were rich back then. They were enjoying buying, selling through marketing board because marketing board was buying very high and selling to Nigeria and other countries. But now they want you to sell cocoa and coffee, tea, cocoa, whatever you are selling to Douala. They'll come and buy very cheap from our people and go and sell very high in Douala. So they are the one making the money. The farmers are there working. Instead to make something that the farmers can get rich, as it was back then under the marketing board system. The marketing board wasn't there to make money because it was a government institution. Okay, all these institutions that I'm naming, these are government. They were, in the system of Southern Cameroon, the government manages them because the government was competent enough to manage. It wasn't all this nonsense that people are coming to. All these stories that people are coming to tell you now. It wasn't like that. You had serious people doing business. Listen to one of our brother. He just tell you that the consequence of voting or no voting is the same. You go and vote, you don't vote to, you are still in the same pot soup. Nothing will change. The next 7 years will be the same. So why do you vote? Why do you take the risk to go and be lost or to go and lose your life? To vote for somebody that is in Switzerland who doesn't even care about you? Somebody that cared for 7 to 9 years of this crisis would have even visited one area to even say hello. But who cares? Not Biya care about you. If you care, waste your time to go and be dying for voting when somebody is in Switzerland enjoying himself with a family. Listen to this, brother. He's saying the truth.
For now, for we for Southwest, for we for Anglophone Cameroon, since September, the whole this September, so then I goes down, so October, so they goes down, that election they gave for pass, so then I goes down. But there is this struggle for make we Anglophone them. If you are Anglophone brother them, OC Joshua them, Anglophone pa them, the other guy in a lawyer Agbobala them, there is this struggle for convince we inside the insecurity and the stress will if go on in time of war for say more put that death. They die with people, they die behind we instead go to polling station and go vote. And we after we finish vote for polling station, we come back, come it on a die place. Because our brother them two way the whole gun, we don't decide for say they want me the country change by force because of say the country don't use na force for take and suffer people. We can't want to enter a problem with them. I no fit even remember the way if I no fit even as I dey so I no fit even hang Cameroon flag for my neck because automatically I no fit even wear Cameroon mayo because automatically it becomes a threat to my life. But now una dey make we more understand say we get to keep all that aside. We go for polling station, they will voters card, we go vote. Question wey me I wan ask am, say if na voting be the problem, na wetin don happen for the past 43 years. Mr. OC Joshua and the other people the way una dey claim, I dey see all una le player dem for one team. All the
I mean, there's no other.
There's no other way to describe what's going to happen after election. What going to change the life of our people? What's going to change the life of our people than continual suffering, improvise, how our people have just been made to remain stagnantly poor with the policies of Paul Biya and all these band of criminal thieves who are there to support this regime, to enable them to continue to do what they are doing on our people. Instead of asking pertinent questions, all these infrastructures were there. Now, coming to you now to say, okay, please, can you give us update of all the promises? Bali Airport, Manfi Airport, Bisonga Bank, railway lines in all these have been abandoned. The Yoke power plant. Imagine all these are things that were there. Government printing press, the government police. The government police mobile wing was abandoned. Then now they brought their own police and started training them in that very academy. Where are the mobile wing police force? They are nowhere to be found. The Tico and the Tico WAF, it was also used for businesses, shipping of goods, bananas, exports. All these were things that then after some years, they come and start promising, okay, we are going to build a Limbe deep sea port. 2 decades. Everything is on paper. No operational port exists in that same Limbe as we see. They do announce all these big projects. Oh, Bamenda Ring Road. Kumba Manfe Ekok Highway. they touted all this vital, how we link Cameroon, Nigeria. What is happening? Nothing. They came now with that other project of, then there will be a project of Bamenda Mbuda. They come up with that one, they say, oh, they will upgrade the Limbe oil refinery. They promised to expand Sonara to refine like the wider range of petroleum product, right? But what happened? They themselves still want to cripple the Sonara by setting Sonara, some part of Sonara on fire. But that is what is happening in our area. Our people, chiefs, funds, all these allies, they don't have a say. All of them, oh, go and vote. We have been voting for 42, 43 years. Today, what has happened? What has changed? What has changed? Projects have been abandoned. All this, and most of the things that they say they want to do are what we had. It's not about you even saying, okay, you want to create something. These are not creation of anything. When they talk about reconstruction, Have you ever heard when they talk about reconstruction, they ever mention one of these projects? Their own reconstruction is going to build houses. To go and build 1 or 2 houses. They say, oh, reconstruction. Tell that government of Cameroon, where is Tico International Airport? They promised to rehabilitate this airport since 19 where Sunday tomorrow. There's no international airport in Amazonia today because these people want us not to have any international airport. That we can travel abroad and fly and land in our own country as our parents used to do. Our parents never landed in Douala. Before we joined these people, they never landed. We had more than 3, 4, or 4 airports. Bali, all these had airports. But Tico was international. It means that we were having Air France, all these international airports. So how is your vote going to count if we don't fight for what belongs to us? Then you go and vote and stay for another 7 years again for another political gymnastics coming your way. All these are the university that they're going to build, a University of Biya teaching hospital. They are going to, all the universities, the University of Biya did not come because we sat and the government declared that they're going to build a university. No, our people had to protest. I remember that protest was very hot in Boya, Kumba, Bamenda about we need a university. I'm telling you, we need a university. Whereas there were already universities in Yaoundé, Douala, Bafoussam, other regions there. But they did not want to bring university in. University of Chang was already there, all those other universities. But we had to protest, fight. We had to go to the streets before we had University of Biya. Same thing happened to University of Bamenda. University of Bamenda did not come so easily. Our people had to protest. That's how we have our thing. They have taught us to protest and fight for what we want. Because if you go and be writing motions of support or this, you will not have anything in that country because they have made us to understand that we don't belong there. So we have to fight to have anything that they took from us. Okay? Because if you want to compare what we have lost, right? Imagine what you brought in. One of those things are no more there. If you want to say, okay, let's just take for example, the Tico Seaport and the Tico Airport. Our chiefs even asking, can they even install to reconstruct any of these things before election? All this power we had enough electricity. We were not begging for electricity. PWD was the one constructing roads. So we had everything. So why do you come and tell us all this garbage now is that or whatever? Where are all these infrastructures? National Produce Marketing Board, all these things were there. They were there. So don't come and tell us history here and all your political stories that you are telling us, but you are not giving us the truth. Mimi Mayfo went and put Mark Barretta's name that is endorsing. Mark Barretta said no, he never did. The election cannot end the struggle for the restoration of the statehood of Southern Cameroon. Election is not about restoration because it has nothing to do with our people. We have seen it come and go year after year. What has happened? Did we not have election in 2018 that we banned and they went and still voted? They say, oh, at the end of the day, The elites who are enjoying the Southern Cameroon Amazonian elites who are enjoying in government are the ones who are pushing this thing. Oh, change can come from within. Change can come from within. That old parables. Listen to Mark Barata. He debunked what Mimi Mefo wrote that he's endorsing Issa Chiroma.
Good afternoon, fellow Amazonians. This is Comrade Mark Barretta. Today is the 25th of September in the year of our Lord 2025. I have just been informed that Mimi Mefo has made a publication insinuating that Mark Barretta has endorsed Mr. Chiroma Bakari as the presidential candidate of Cameroon. I would like to make it categorically clear that I have not endorsed any political leader in the Cameroon. I am not a Cameroonian. I am an Amazonian. My interest in Cameroon's election is all about the impact that election will have in Amazonia. That is just all. So as an activist and as a one-time leader of this great movement, I will continue to be making political statements, discussions, because I have an interest on whoever is the president of that country, the impact it's going to have within our movement. I'm not going to be endorsing any leader in the Cameroon election because I am not a Cameroonian. I expected Mimi Mefo, who is my good friend, to have reached out to me to verify or to clarify if I did endorse Mr. Chiroma Bakari. But nobody reached out to me, and I'm shocked that messages and videos and text message they have been reaching at my corner, and I just stepped out of my busy work schedule to make this short video for Amazonia. My commitment remains to the independence and statehood of the Federal Republic of Amazonia. I have not endorsed Mr. Chiroma, and I will not.
Yeah. So
Mimi Mefo just went and put his name there and say he's endorsing this and that. But the Cameroon government is looking for people who they can hang on and say if this person can support election, why not you? If this person is in favor of election, that is the politics. But our people should start thinking far. Our people should start thinking what will happen in the next 30 years? What will happen in the next 50 years? That is how we have to be start thinking. Like the white man think. White man does not think in 2-year, 3-year thing. White man is thinking of 10, 20 years. That's how the white man think. But our people don't think like that. They just think and they have been following the two, sardine and bread. But at the end of the day, all these projects, they will keep lying every day. They will keep lying to you. Now it's election time. Oh, they will reconstruct this thing. It's just lie. They were saying that there is a project. Oh, Limbe, Douala, Edea, Hydrocarbon, Didi. Some project with some big names. Big names. Sonara expansion project. All these are just big names that they are doing. International airport, Tico Deep Sea Port project. When did they abandon this project or this? Imagine jobs that can be created now. Talking to our brothers who went to DDR Center, they should ask the government that if, for example, these companies that that were abandoned. They bring these companies back. Imagine that. How many of you in that DDR center who leave that very DDR center and go and start working? If these companies were there, eh? You know how many employees, just for example, Cameroon Bank, because this bank was a government bank, just like Bisek. Let's just take for example, one Nanga company was the government real estate. Nanga company built Sonara houses. Nanga company was the one that built many of these nice structures that you see in Limbe today. Imagine how many job creation. Think about that. Okay, just take for example, Tico International Airport was there, like Douala International Airport. How many jobs can you guys have than to go and sit in a small Carabao house that you are DDR center boys? Think of it. So think of what you are fighting for. Don't think of bread and sardine that they give you. Think of the bigger picture. Don't think of the little things. See what I just gave you, and just a little example of how rich your country was, but today it's gone to ruin because all these companies that they close was intentional for you to go start looking for jobs in Douala, whereas all these companies were there in Southern Cameroon, but they were made intentionally abandoned so that you'll be going to Yaoundé, struggling to go to this, struggling. We only need 4 of these companies back. 4. Just give us Tico Airport, Limbe Deep Seaport back. Because these things are there, but they don't want to develop it. You see, they don't want to make it operational. All these things are there. The Bali Airport are there. The other companies, they have made the power come that produces power. Yoke dam, that Yoke, it has a dam there. You just need to put those things back and start but they don't want that. So what are you talking about election? What has election got to do with you if things that you can give jobs to your children, you don't have them? After election, can all these companies come back? Can the government of Cameroon guarantee our people that all these things will come back? That is why most of the leaders and the people that are fighting for this struggle today, their vision is a 2-state system. Because in a 2-state system, you can live together, but you have your own system. Quebec, I always give you the example, Quebec and Canada. They have their systems. They manage their own economy. They manage their stuffs. But if France does not want solution for our problem, but because the people of Palestinians fought for many years, France is now telling them that, because of the longevity of the war, we will not support Israel again. We will support Palestine. We want the Palestinian people to have their independent state. Listen to Macron. This Macron saying now that they support Palestinian independence and recognition. Not only France, 160-something countries voted this past week in the United Nations. Watch and listen.
Pour la paix entre le peuple israélien et le peuple palestinien, je déclare que la France reconnaît aujourd'hui l'État de Palestine.
Nothing, not
Nothing is so touching to see after many years of Palestinian fighting. France has never supported Palestine. They've always backed Israel. But what happened? The resistance, the determination, the unwavering consistency of the people of Palestine. They voted 165 countries. So, how many? Then, instead of Cameroon to vote, Cameroon abstain. Cameroon delegation abstain to vote. Why? Because they know that there will be a time when there will be a vote for Southern Cameroon recognition. Even they do what? There will be a day. That same day will happen for Southern Cameroon to be recognized. Because Southern Cameroon's status is just the same like Palestinian status, where Israel don't want Palestine to be independent. They want them to remain just like that. Okay? But that is the problem of neo-colonization, or the issue of poor decolonization. Okay? Where most countries were not decolonized. They were left in the hands of other countries. And that is the problem that many countries face, that they start fighting for their independence. After independence, the post-independence struggles. Sudan, South Sudan, the same thing. Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Eritrea, the same thing. Somalia, Somaliland, the same thing. When people are together, then one try to override the other one. Then the other one say, no, enough is enough. Fighting start. Those countries did not fight for 3 years. They did not fight for 5 years. They fought for many years. So our people should not think that freedom is just so easy. Everything happening in Southern Cameroon today, go and check South Sudan. Go and check Eritrea. Go and check Somaliland. Go and check those countries that fought for their independence. Then you know what they went through. It's very, very normal for all those things to happen when people are fighting for their freedom. Most of the pain is being caused by the occupier, but they want to put it on their own people. You come and occupy somebody's land. You are the terrorists, but you are calling the local people terrorists. You bring your army, occupy somebody's land. You are calling them terrorists. When you are the one bringing your army, take your armies out, take your people out. Why do you come and occupy the land and call the people defending themselves as terrorists? But that name has nothing to do with self-determination, because self-determination is an international human right. Everybody, every country has a right of self-determination. So let nobody give you any name or anything. You say, oh, terrorists. They call Mandela terrorists. They call Martin Luther King terrorists. But today, they are being hailed. They are being hailed for what they fought for. They fought for justice. They fought for human rights. Yes, they fought for justice for the people. Don't let nobody fool you with appellations. Appellations don't do nothing to anybody. They were jailed. How many years Mandela went to prison? They came out and be president of South Africa. So all those things, don't get carried away by those appellations. The occupier know you are fighting for justice, but they are looking for all way to discourage people, to discourage other people not to fight for their freedom, to remain enslaved. That is what they want. They don't want you to have knowledge. They don't want that. But with the new generation, this generation, the Gen Zs, they are very smart. That's why I like this generation. They are smarter than you think. Yes. La Republic think that okay, things are going back to normal. Things are not going back to normal. You go and occupy somebody's land, they want to sleep. You will sleep with one eye. You sleep one eye. I gave that example of the Cuban and Colombian guys who were fighting for their freedom. They told them that, okay, let's come for ceasefire. They went there. They said, okay, bring your materials, everything, and let's discuss for negotiation, blah 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 nonsense. What happened? As that negotiation they go on, so they carry all their material them. Now so they end. Now the mistake that way at the talk for country talk so. Maybe what people don't ever try that mistake. No ever. You don't see that kind of play where you go make discussion there, you hold your material for hand. No. You say when I talk at the year. Now so struggle they. When I talk with the ear. If the talk not sound from our ear, continue. Now so it did. That's the resistance. You know how many times we Palestine they don't go discuss with Israel? They don't go put shit on for table. But the discussion nobody work over their ear now. Matter continue. Make some man no fool you. Say drop your material, you go drop them. Say you know want go talk. Okay, when I go talk with the ear. But two you no work of our ear. And lie. Justice. Not now for back. Now for table. You can go and meet 10 people, 5 people, how many people behind, discuss your thing. Finish talk, come. You come with away. But justice must prevail in the Southern Cameroon as it has prevailed in other countries. We are not a different people. We are human. We are as human. We too need freedom now. Why other countries don't get freedom and Brazilians don't get freedom? I the brook and so that we can talk. So I understand. But I didn't talk my own. That mistake, now the last mistake we will ever make. You know, put a carry that they lie them, bring them, say, let's go for ceasefire, blah blah blah. They keep talking that thing. And I know you hear that nonsense. We need to regain our freedom. When we talk about freedom, it's not just that word freedom. Freedom to rebuild our country, rebuild our infrastructures, rebuild our educational system, rebuild our roads, infrastructures, everything back. When that period comes, they want to do reconstruction, but the voices in the bushes are not accepting. What kind of reconstruction are you doing? The Ticos, did you hear? Since 19 way that Pobia start to lie. How many amount of money? This money that these people are wasting for this war. Sometimes I don't understand. You cannot stop a people from fighting for freedom when you don't have the recipe for that. When you don't even know what the people even want. Because you don't want to listen to them. How can you stop some? You are spending money to kill them. Then you say you want to listen to them. How? All the military money that you are spending since for 9 years, put that money together. That money would have rebuilt Tico International Airport or the Limbe Deep Sea Port. This is some wisdom that I tell our people. These people don't want us any good, Because somebody that want good for you will come and sit to you, talk to you, and say, hey, okay, we recognize all these things that you people brought in. We are sorry for this. All this time, we have been neglecting all these infrastructures. Too much talking. Now is not time for talking. Let's see how the Tico Airport start being functional. Let's see how the Limbe Deep Sea Port start being functional. We don't want that the kind of cut ribbon. They say ribbon cutting. They tell Prime Minister to come and be fooling people. Prime Minister too, with that head, he no get sense. He carry head from here on they come, they cut ribbon them. Ribbon. How many ribbon have they cut? Since à l'époque where probably they send them, they can't cut ribbon. Imagine if that were railway will be Kumba. You know, say railway will come Kumba. Can't ride for Limbe. Now, if you stay for Kumba, you work for Limbe. If you stay for Limbe, work for Bamenda. If our railway station where we did it, but they don't abandon it, end up for Mbanga, where they carry and go Douala, carry wa cocoa from Kumba. Carry cocoa from Kumba, enter that road, enter Mbanga, go Douala, and order to. These people have intentionally destroyed all our infrastructures. And the allies now, they don't care. As they chop. They don't even know what did happen again. But let's focus. Think of it. The best thing to do is to have two types of project. Short-term project and long-term project. Our short-term project can be ghost town, lockdown, whatever. But long-term project, this thing, if negotiation no reach, na lie, they waste na time. Because they know what to do, but they don't want to do. They will prefer to bring their army to be killing our people when they know the truth. I see some video where Ataganji he talk and say Lucifer don't fear ever defeat. Who be Lucifer? Oh my God. So that be a government, they should know Lucifer that. So he talk say they say parents they do double standard for send their pikin and make them go fight. Papa, if pikin no get work for house, what you want me that pikin do? Give them jobs, they will be busy working. Yes. And if you see the controversy now say the Francophone pikin they get work where they work. That's why they don't get time for enter bush. You understand? They don't want to lose their jobs. Francophones are busy working. They have jobs. They have companies in Douala. You come now for our side, no companies. They have destroyed everything. Then they say, no, come, stop fighting. Keep down your arms. Come for DDR Center. Then you come for DDR Center. You stay there for 6 months, 1 year. No job. Just stay in DDR Center. We are planning for you guys, okay? Just stay there. Hey, Massa, our people don't be really. Now they say the first fool is not a fool. It's a fool that the fool and you still become fool. Hey, Massa, when I leave them, I don't really talk my own. Bye bye. I don't go. Nama go that. I don't go me. See you on our next talk. I don't have vex today. It's Misodi. Thank you. I don't have vex. Hey, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like, share, and comment. If you really, it really helps for you to spread the message, spread the word, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there and follow button. So never you miss out on any fresh content that I share. Hit that notification bell so that you get all the update and be part of this amazing community. Your support makes all the difference. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more wonderful content as you watch Fritz Misodi. Thank you.
What are you?